Welcome to our journey into the world of wealth building and financial freedom. Did you know that, as of 2023, nearly 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck? It's a startling statistic, but we're here to change that narrative, one chapter at a time. In this series, we'll dive into the pages of the best personal finance books of 2023, each offering unique insights and strategies. Think of this as your personal finance crash course, where complex concepts are made simple and fun. We'll explore everything from mastering your money mindset to the secrets of investing wisely, escaping the debt trap, and even achieving the dream of financial freedom. But this isn't just about numbers and theories. We're bringing these books to life with real stories, practical tips, and a sprinkle of surprising facts that will keep you hooked. Ever wondered how small changes in your daily spending can drastically improve your financial future? Or why some people seem to have a natural knack for growing wealth? Whether you're a budgeting newbie or looking to polish your investment portfolio, there's something here for everyone. Our goal? To transform the way you think about and manage money, equipping you with the tools to build a more secure and prosperous future. So, buckle up. Get ready for a ride through the essentials of personal finance. It's time to turn the page on your financial story and start writing a new chapter, one filled with wisdom, confidence, and freedom. Let's begin this adventure together. Chapter 1: Money Mindset Mastery. Understanding your financial psychology. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a magic touch with money? It's not just about how much they earn, but how they think about money. That's what the psychology of money is all about. Morgan Housel, the author, teaches us that our relationship with money is more about our mindset than our bank balance. First off, let's talk about a fact that blew my mind. Did you know that even millionaires can feel broke? Housel says, "Wealth is what you don't see. It's the cars not bought, the diamonds not bought, the watches not bought. It's not about showing off your wealth, but about managing it wisely." Now let's dive into some strategies from the book. One key point is, you don't need a high income to be wealthy. It's all about saving more than you spend. It sounds simple, right? But it's surprisingly hard for many. This idea takes us back to the basics of financial management, living within our means. Another interesting concept from Housel is about the unpredictability of life. He says, every financial plan needs a room for error. You know, just like we have airbags in cars for safety, we need a financial cushion for unexpected events. This isn't just smart, it's necessary. Let's get a bit personal here. I remember my first paycheck. I was so excited, I spent it on things I didn't need. Housel would say this was a classic case of instant gratification. He emphasizes the importance of delaying gratification for long-term benefits. Saving a bit from that paycheck could have been a small step towards financial security. Housel also touches on the power of compound interest. He says, it's a small thing that makes a big difference over time. Think of it like planting a tree. At first, it's just a tiny seed, but given time, it grows into something substantial. That's how compound interest works with your savings. Another strategy is about risk management. Housel suggests taking a risk should be a decision, not a default. In simpler terms, don't gamble with your money. Understand the risks before diving into any investment. Now, here's a quote that really hits home. Getting money requires taking risks, being optimistic, and putting yourself out there. But keeping money requires the opposite of taking risk. This means that making money and keeping money are two different skills. Lastly, Housel teaches us about happiness and wealth. He says, the ability to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, for as long as you want, pays the highest dividend that exists in finance. This is so true. It's not just about having money, but about having the freedom to enjoy life. Chapter 2: Smart Budgeting for the Future. Planning your financial journey. Welcome to the world of budgeting. Now don't groan. I know budgeting sounds like a chore, but it's actually your ticket to financial freedom. Michelle Kagan's Budgeting 101 Inches is our guide, and it's packed with strategies that make managing money less of a headache and more of a smart game plan. First off, let's bust a myth. Many people think budgeting is about cutting back on everything fun. That's not true. Kagan says, budgeting isn't about limiting yourself. It's about making the things that excite you possible. It's more about balance than sacrifice. One of the core strategies is tracking your expenses. You might be thinking, I know what I spend. But do you really? Kagan points out that most people are surprised when they actually track every penny. It's an eye-opener. Here's a cool fact. Did you know that according to a survey, people who use budgeting apps tend to save more? Kagan suggests using tech to your advantage. There are loads of apps that make tracking your spending almost fun. Another key point is setting realistic goals. Kagan advises, set goals that are achievable and measurable. It's like setting a GPS for your finances. You need to know where you're heading. Speaking of goals, let's talk about short-term versus long-term goals. Kagan emphasizes the importance of both. Your short-term goal might be saving for a vacation, while your long-term goal could be buying a house. Both are important. Did you know that the 50-30-20 rule is a popular budgeting method? It's simple. 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings. Kagan suggests this as a starting point for beginners. Emergency funds are another big topic in the book. Kagan says, an emergency fund is not optional, it's a necessity. You never know when a car repair or medical bill might pop up. Now, let's talk about debt. Kagan has a straightforward approach. Prioritize high-interest debt first. She explains, paying off high-interest debt saves you money in the long run. Here's an interesting quote from the book. A budget is a reflection of your priorities and values. It's true, your budget shows what's important to you. Are you prioritizing what matters most? Kagan also stresses the importance of flexibility. She says, a budget should be flexible. Life changes and your budget should too. So if your income or expenses change, adjust your budget accordingly. One strategy I love is the envelope system. It's old school but effective. You put cash for different expenses in different envelopes. When the envelope is empty, that's it for the month. Kagan also talks about the power of saying no. It's not easy, but sometimes we need to pass on that night out or that new gadget to stay on track financially. And let's not forget about rewards. Kagan suggests setting up small rewards for sticking to your budget. It's like giving yourself a high five for good financial behavior. Chapter 3. Investing wisely, growing your wealth. Investing can seem like a world filled with confusing terms and scary risks, but it's also a path to financial freedom. Danielle and Phil Town's book, Invested, makes the journey into investing approachable and, believe it or not, exciting. Let's start with a game-changing fact. Did you know that if you had invested just $100 in Apple in 2002, by 2022, it would have been worth over $16,000? That's the power of smart investing. The Towns teach us that it's not about quick wins, it's about playing the long game. One of the key strategies is understanding what you're investing in. The Towns say, invest in what you know. It's like going grocery shopping. You wouldn't buy something you know nothing about, right? The same goes for stocks. They also emphasize the importance of a company's management. Good management can make a huge difference in a company's success. It's like a ship with a skilled captain. You're more likely to reach your destination safely. Risk management is another critical topic. The book states, don't put all your eggs in one basket. This old saying holds true in investing. Diversifying your investments can help reduce risk. Did you know that Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, reads 500 pages a day? The Towns advocate for doing your homework before investing. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your money. Another interesting strategy is the pay yourself first approach. This means setting aside a portion of your income for investing before you spend on anything else. It's a habit that can build wealth over time. The Towns also advise being patient. Investing is not a sprint, it's a marathon. They say, time in the market is more important than timing the market. This means that long-term investments usually pay off better than trying to make quick gains. Emotions and investing often don't mix well. The book warns, don't let fear and greed guide your investment decisions. Keeping a cool head is key. Here's a powerful quote from the book. Investing is not about beating others at their game. It's about controlling yourself at your own game. This sums up the Towns' philosophy. It's about your strategy, your goals, and your peace of mind. Now let's talk numbers. The Towns highlight the rule of 72-8, a simple way to estimate how long an investment will take to double at a given annual rate of return. For instance, at a 6% rate of return, your investment doubles in about 12 years. Another strategy they discuss is the margin of safety. This means buying stocks for less than they're worth. It's like buying a $1.50 shirt for $1.30. You're getting more value for your money. The towns also encourage looking at investment as part of your overall financial plan. It's not just about stocks and bonds, it's about your goals, whether that's retirement, buying a home, or something else. Chapter 4. Debt-Free Living. Escaping the debt trap. Debt can feel like a heavy chain around your finances, but breaking free is possible. Dave Ramsey's The Total Money Makeover offers a lifeline to those drowning in debt. It's more than just a book. It's a blueprint for a debt-free life. Let's start with a staggering fact. According to a survey, the average American has $90,460 in debt. This includes mortgages, loans, and credit cards. Ramsey's book is a wake-up call to address this growing issue. One of the first strategies Ramsey introduces is the debt snowball method. It's simple yet powerful. You start by paying off your smallest debt first, then roll the amount you were paying on that debt to the next smallest. It's a snowball effect. Ramsey is known for his straightforward approach. If you will live like no one else, later you can live like no one else. This means making sacrifices now for financial freedom later. It's not easy, but it's worth it. An essential part of the strategy is creating a budget. Ramsey emphasizes, a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. This proactive approach is key in managing and eventually eliminating debt. Here's an interesting take from the book. Don't just cut expenses, increase your income. This could mean taking a part-time job, freelancing, or selling items you no longer need. Every extra dollar can speed up your journey to being debt-free. Ramsey also advises against relying on credit cards. He says, credit cards are like quicksand, easy to fall into and hard to get out of. The idea is to break the cycle of borrowing and start living within your means. Now, did you know that the average credit card interest rate is around 16%? This is why Ramsey suggests paying off high-interest debts first. Reducing these debts can save you a lot of money in the long run. Emergency funds are another cornerstone of Ramsey's philosophy. He recommends saving $1,000 for emergencies as a first step. This prevents you from falling back into debt for unexpected expenses. A powerful quote from the book is, "Debt is normal. Be weird." Ramsey challenges the notion that debt is a necessary part of life. He encourages us to think differently about our financial choices. Another strategy is to avoid new debts. This means saying no to things like car loans and credit card offers. It's about changing your mindset from borrowing to saving. Ramsey also stresses the importance of patience. Getting out of debt isn't quick. It's a journey that requires commitment and perseverance. He encourages readers to stay the course, even when it gets tough. One of the final strategies is focusing on your why. Ramsey says, people are the most powerful when they have a why. This means understanding your reasons for wanting to be debt-free, whether it's for your family, peace of mind, or something else. Chapter 5. Creating Financial Freedom. Building long-term wealth. Financial freedom isn't just a dream, it's a goal that's within reach. Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin and Joe Dominguez offers a roadmap to not just wealth, but a fulfilling life where money serves you, not the other way around. Let's start with an eye-opening fact. The average American spends more than 90,000 hours in their lifetime working. That's a lot of time. This book teaches us how to make those hours count towards achieving financial independence. One of the book's key strategies is understanding the difference between being rich and being financially independent. Robin and Dominguez say, it's not about accumulating wealth, it's about achieving financial independence. This mindset shift is crucial. A unique concept from the book is treating your time as currency. They ask, are you selling your time for a living or investing it? This perspective encourages us to make smarter choices about how we earn and spend our money. They also emphasize the importance of tracking your income and expenses. But it's not just about numbers. It's about understanding the value of your life energy. Every dollar spent represents time worked. Did you know that by simply reducing your monthly expenses by $100, you could significantly reduce the amount of time you need to work over a lifetime? This book shows how small changes can have big impacts. Robin and Dominguez introduced the idea of creating a financial independence day, a target date for when you won't need to work for money anymore. It's like setting a personal finish line for your financial race. Another strategy is the concept of enough. They ask, what is enough for you? Understanding this helps prevent overspending and keeps you focused on what truly matters. Investing is also a key topic. They advise, invest for income, not high returns. This means focusing on investments that provide steady income, like dividends, rather than chasing uncertain high returns. A profound quote from the book is, "Money is something we trade our life energy for." This reminds us that spending money is essentially spending the time we invested in earning it. It's a powerful motivator to spend wisely. They also talk about debt, stating, "Debt is a future commitment of your life energy." Getting out of debt frees your future time and energy for things that matter more to you. The concept of making peace with your past is also highlighted. This involves dealing with past financial mistakes and learning from them, rather than dwelling on them. Another interesting strategy is valuing your life energy by minimizing spending. This isn't about being cheap. It's about maximizing the value you get from what you spend. Robin and Dominguez also encourage diversifying income sources. They suggest, don't rely on a single income. Create multiple streams. This could mean side hustles, investments, or passive income sources.